Well, it's Friday the 13th. I'm not sure if you're aware, but you should get aware because today's the day that Jason Voorhees was born. And if you're not careful, they'll find you. We are Serf Lords. It's Friday the 13th, as indicated by the Jason mask. That'll come back later. This one's called Told You So. Yeah. We're gonna pass it around if you'd like to wear it.
Oh dear.
You think I told you so? Write it in ink, I told you so. Just say it.
intended. We are not what was intended. Let's out this king, told you so. Virtue is weak, told you so. Dead end straight, told you so.
Thank you. I'm just gonna pass this around. It's crazy behind that mask, man. When you wear it, it changes you. It changes you. This song's called Moonlight. It was written by this guy. It's a pretty cool song. And it kind of reminds me of the fact that we lost Brian Wilson this week, didn't we? And if you like the surf, and you like that genre, you're feeling the loss this week, but gone but not forgotten. Thank you, Athentic. We're so happy to be back. This is our third show in a 4-show residency, so we're going to get one more in on July 11th if you want to come back and spend some more time with us. We are on the 1-year anniversary of our debut album. We just played a few tracks from it, so if you like music and you want to support us, we're on all the streaming services. We got a YouTube channel out there with our music videos, Spotify and all that stuff. We're Serf Lords, SERFLORDS. This one is called Killer Whales, written by this guy. It's called Killer Whales. On the debut album, Volume 2, Return to Mayhem. We certainly have returned to something. I'd call it mayhem. Well, okay, it's my turn to wear the mask. This song's called Kaczynski's Nation. It's Friday the 13th, y'all. Be careful about Freaky Jason. He's up there. He could show up anytime. I'm not him. I'm just wearing his mask. I mean, I could be him. You won't know. It's a brand new song that was written by that guy. It's about a woman with a chainsaw. Her name's Amanda. Someday she'll be at a concert. She can't come here tonight because she's chainsawing. But on July 11th, we'll be back. She'll be here. Come see us. you track where that mallet went? We'll get it later. It's basically just a piece of metal. Anybody out there's got one for sale? Preferably a round. Could fit on the end of the mallet. This song was written a long time ago in the great city of Detroit, Michigan. We got some Detroiters out here?
Yeah, look at this shirt, dude.
Oh, my buddy.
He's got a Coney.
I like it double. You're his dad plus you like Detroit? We'll talk later. I probably knew he was born there. I forgot. The memory's real short. It's called Bad Drug Breakdown. It's about pharmaceutical industry. We'll talk more about that later. Let's do it. Thank you. Okay. Well, you may not know this yet, but you're going to find out. This band is actually two bands in one band. I will leave eventually, and then this band will be a separate band, and it'll be really cool. So stick around for a few more minutes. We got a second half of our set for you. You know, just talking later. Nobody's paying attention. I appreciate that. And this guy in the Detroit shirt couldn't be more of a motivator. Thank you, Joe. This song is called High Tech Submersible. It was written by this guy. Basically, this set so far has been these two guys, but we're doing the best we can to keep up with them. Joshua cool song.
Yeah, Joshy.
Joshi. Otherwise known as Joshi. Okay, well, we got some more left. Don't forget to tip your bartenders. Authentic, thank you for having us back. This has been a really cool residency.
Thank you.
You know, not a lot of people get those, so we understand how cool this is, and we appreciate you.
Round of applause, Karen.
Yeah, Authentic is a great place. You should come here all the time. I assume probably you do. But if it's your first time, please come back. This song's called Vixen.
You know, if it's your second time, also please come back.
Even if it's your third time,
It could be your 9th time.
it could be your 12th time.
Oh yeah. You know, this table of people here has been here for every one of
I've
our
been here
shows.
3 times. Yeah, this is your 3rd time, I think. I've seen you. Fantastic. Thank you for coming back. Thank you very much. This is a song that features our drummer. His name is Justin. He's available for parties, bar mitzvahs,
Especially bar mitzvahs.
especially those.
And, you know, brisses.
Well, that's a different conversation. We'll talk more about that later. But it starts with him playing a solo. So whenever you're ready, buddy.
Yeah. Ready? Okay, now.
It's a short song, but it's a song nonetheless.
Now, this next song.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
This next song is actually from a classic video game soundtrack. We have changed the title and taken some liberties with the form. But if you know the name of this video game, come talk to me after we finish and I will give you a special prize.
I'm not sure how many prizes have ever been claimed. You could be the first. Jason just did to me, man. These things happen on Friday the 13th. You really gotta watch out. When you're driving home tonight, you gotta watch out. Check your car before you leave. Check your tires. Check the back seat. Important. I was really careful to make sure that I took a Phillips head screwdriver and I screwed that in. And I had to look it up online, you know, but I did. It's a DIY project. That was called Miyagi's Last Ride. This one's called Not Subtle. You'll never guess, but it was written by this guy. So far, we're just parlaying their songs, but they're pretty good at what they do. It's the retrospective, the Bousquette retrospective. We're doing pretty good on time. At 8 o'clock, we're going to change hands and you're going to see the Spectre of Surf, which is these guys, but we've got a few left. This one is called Not Subtle. Okay, well this is usually our closer, but it isn't tonight. It's called Prayer. So while we're taking a quick time out, I just want to remind you that Athentic is one of the greatest places, in my opinion, in Athens, Georgia. So we're happy to be here. And we will be here again on July the 11th, so if you want to come back and see us one more time, that's your chance. It's 4 weeks from today. But now let's get to the important stuff. The only way you're going to be able to do that is if you check your back seat before you drive home tonight, because it's Friday the 13th, guys. You know, you don't have to celebrate it, but you better observe it. I've never been to Camp Crystal Lake.
Obviously, because they're still alive.
That's why I'm still alive. This song is called Prayer, and you're going to need one if you're going to make it through the night. Because it's Friday the 13th. Quentin Love, everybody, just walked into the building. Love that guy. Like your shirt. think we've ever not ended on that song before, so I feel like we're done, but we're not. We still have 3 more songs. 4 more songs. Oh my God, maybe 3. We don't know. We used to open with that song in Detroit. Like that guy's shirt says. We used to open with that song in Detroit in the old days, the Ivy bars. You'll never guess what I'm about to tell you. This song was written by that guy. Kind of a parlay, but look, we're still valuable. We're still important in this band. I don't want you to feel bad, because I don't. This song is called Missouri. Has anybody ever been there? Show of hands. You got 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Peculiar is a fine town.
It's peculiar. This is not on the album on Spotify. This is on the next album. It'll be out sometime later, but it's called Missouri. Another oldie. it's getting a little sweaty, so that means we're almost done. We got at least one more left, and I think that's right on time. Next up is Spectre of Serf. Do not leave. I will, but they won't. You should stick around for them. This song's called False Equivalencies. I'm not gonna get too far into it, but I don't know if you guys realized there was a strike on Iran last night. I wrote this song when it was drastically different circumstances, so it's coming back around again. It's called False Equivalencies. Yeah, not in a good way. That's it for the set. We could do one.
And he's been saying this all night, but Jonathon also writes a lot of our songs. Probably more than half of our songs, and he wrote that last one. So he's give credit where credit is due.
All right, well, he's my friend, so he said that. I love him.
One more.
Okay, we got one more. We weren't going to do this song, but we'll do it. It's called Relevancy Plan. I think that completes the full debut album. I wrote this song.
Yeah, all right. Musser wrote this song. Jonathon Musser.
Yeah, but I didn't practice it, so we'll find out.
It'll be fine. Before we split for the night, I would also like to say on behalf of the Serf Lords and on behalf of Spectre of Surf, Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Happy Father's
Day, Dad. Josh is a father, Mark's a father. Happy Father's Day, guys. All right.
I'm just gonna remember how to play it real fast. Okay, that's good. It's called Relevancy Plan. Hey, we're gonna need one of those. I don't know if you guys are hip to AI or not. We'll talk later about that, but we're all gonna lose our jobs.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Relevancy, contemporary. the chain of technology, slowly fade to obscurity. Isn't it extraordinary? Maybe ordinary.
R-E-L-E-V-A-N-C-E, contemporary. R-E-L-E-V-A-N-C-E, contemporary.
The chain of technology, slowly fade to obscurity. Extraordinary, or the baby ordinary. Don't leave. That's our last song. The Spectre of Surf is up next. Check your back seats. Good night.
Tip your bartenders. Try the veal.